I'm on my way to Universal Studios. Gonna do Islands of Adventure today. Just the one park, just a one-day ticket. I am walking from my hotel, the Clarion Inn, about a 1 mile walk, easy walk. It saves whatever their parking charge is now, $30, $40, $200, I don't know. Staying 2 nights at the Clarion for $190 total. Saves on the parking fee, and also I'm getting a free night from the 2-night stay, which is their promotion that they're doing right now. So if you wonder how I do the vacations that I do, how I travel the way that I do, it's because of things like that. I travel as affordable as possible, try to only spend money on things that truly add value. Like going to Universal Studios is going to be expensive. It's going to be like over $150 with tax for a one-day, one-park ticket, but it does add a lot of value to the trip. I save money in other ways to kind of make up for it. If I'm staying at a hotel where I'm paying almost $100 a night, I better be getting something incredible out of it, like I am here, with the saving on the parking and the free night that it's going to get me. So those hotels that like to charge well over $100, you ain't getting my business. If other people are willing to pay for it, then I guess good for you. You still make your money, just not off me. And if you do walk this path right up here, the valet parking, this is where you enter in. There is a single security checkpoint right through here. Takes you right up to the walkways. And here we are back at Universal. I remember getting that season pass, feeling like I had to come to the park a certain number of times to justify the $500+ that I paid for it. Of course, it's now I think almost $700 for the same pass that gets you the free parking. But this is kind of a better way to do it, honestly. Just do a one-day ticket, make the most out of that one day. You don't feel like you have to come a certain number of times. Of course, you could also do a multi-day ticket, which would work the same way. It's a little windy today and a little cooler, so I see people in like jackets and heavy coats and such, but I'm just in t-shirt and shorts. I'm from Oklahoma. This is warm. So it took me 24 minutes from my room at the Clarion Inn to get to the entrance of Islands of Adventure here. I am kind of a fast walker. I could have even walked faster than I did. I tend to leave people in the dust with my walking. When I'm driving, complete opposite story. I purchased my ticket, it went real quick. On a lower demand day here, it was $153 and change after tax. And of course, if you do a multi-day ticket, that's gonna be less per day. And of course, doing this first. Only rookies go to Hagrid first. Walking right up to the lockers. So park open at 9. Within the first hour and 20 minutes, I've ridden it 5 times. 3 times in the front row. That 5th ride was the first time I had to be stopped before the lockers. First 4 times, just walked right up to the lockers. But now, time to go check out some other things in the park. I got 5 rides done. I'll come back later. Hagrid with the early entry already had a 75-minute wait posted whenever regular park hours started at 9. So you see something like that, just come to Velocicoaster. You can get 3 or 4 laps done in the time it would take to do one on Hagrid. I don't normally do carousels, but this is a Caro-Seuss-el, so I've got to do it. It was down for a while. I got in line right after it came back up, went down again while I was in line for about 10-15 minutes. Ended up waiting a total of an hour, including the breakdown. So that's not bad. I'm sure the line grew a lot after I got in it. And especially there at the end, line started really crawling for some reason. Because of this, it seems like some trains are being sent out empty. If you don't mind doing the single rider line on Forbidden Journey, that gets you right on all day long. At least it did today. Now, right now, you can go up the regular line and get right on. The last 15 minutes of park operations. I ended my Islands of Adventure day the way I always do, by getting in line for Hagrid in the last 10 minutes and waiting it out however long it takes. It was posting 90 minutes. It took 50. Now, part of that 90-minute wait is all the people who buy the unlimited skip the line passes. I'm not talking about express pass. I'm talking about the thing that lets you go up the exit passes, or in the case of Hagrid, puts you right to the front of the line, and they get to do it as much as they want all day long. They pay probably like $500 a person for it, something ridiculous like that. A lot of people do it, and they flood Hagrid and Velocicoaster. So after park closing, they're not supposed to be able to do that anymore, which makes the line move a lot faster. But there were a few people. I was riding at 7:40 and the park closed at 7, and there were some people who were doing the skip the line thing, going right to the front of the line. I don't understand how that happened, but I don't know. Maybe they paid $2,000 for it to be able to still do it after park closing, but I don't do those kinds of things. I might buy like a single day fast lane, flash pass, whatever. Or in the case of this year with Six Flags, buying the all parks, all season flash pass. That was a bit of a splurge. And that's why I make note of it whenever I do my Six Flags vlogs for this year. Because most of my vlogs, I like to kind of report the way the typical guest would experience a park, as opposed to, you know, your luxury experience that most people can't do. Now, the Six Flags thing, buying it for like $300 as the all-season thing, that's something that I know not everyone can do, but you're more likely to be able to do something like that, especially when you consider you can do it for a whole season, as opposed to maybe spending twice that for 1 day's worth of skipping the line here at Universal. And again, I'm not talking Express Pass. I'm talking the thing that gets you right to the front of the line. That's even a step above Express Pass that you could use even on Hagrid. Once those people can't use that anymore after park closing, the line moves a lot faster. So the posted 90-minute became 50 minutes. Now, earlier in the day, it was posting 50 minutes, and I was on in an hour. But that was because of a 10-minute breakdown, so they were pretty much right on the money with the estimate there. Velocicoaster was posting 45 minutes, and I was getting on the train in 45 minutes. They were right on the money with that as well. So sometimes they do overestimate wait times, but today it seemed like they were right on the money with those longer wait times. What's interesting is just how busy this day was, considering how empty Busch Gardens Tampa has been this week. I can't believe how busy it was here. I thought this was like the ultimate dead week of the year, but boy, the park was packed today. However, it only really affected the lines for Velocicoaster and Hagrid. Everything else was quite reasonable. Even if some lines might have spiked briefly, they went right back down. So I took advantage of that. I was riding everything else, having a great time with it. I just didn't get a ton of rides on Velocicoaster like I thought I was going to be able to when I got those 5 rides in the first hour and 20 minutes. I was thinking I might be getting 10, 15 rides on Velocicoaster today. I ended up getting 6. That's okay, because I think Velocicoaster is actually a little bit overrated. I think it is not as forceful as what we perceive it to be. I think because of the great theming, we tend to think that it has a little more force than it actually has. It does still have some good airtime, and that Mosasaurus roll over the water is really good, but it's not as forceful as a lot of other rides out there. We just think it is because of the great theming. Now, I will say that those videos in the queue for Velocicoaster are just unbearable. Watching them one time is fine, but when you have to watch them over and over again, sometimes within the same ride, you're watching the same video 3, 4 times because you're stuck in that room that long. I still think Velocicoaster is an elite ride when you factor in the theming. Even without the theming, I think it would be a top 25. With the theming, makes it maybe top 10, possibly. I'll have to arrange some things and see if it's still in there or not. If not, it's just outside. But even though it's really expensive to come here, I'm glad I did it. But I had a great time, rode just about everything except the water rides. And tomorrow, going back to SeaWorld. dueling coasters over there. Whatever this coaster is going to be. I have not been keeping up with the details of Epic Universe at all. I figure it'll be a while before I visit there anyway.
The Ministry is definitely that Ministry ride.
Let's see, looks like another roller coaster here.
Mario Big That's cool too. Thank you. They have one in Japan, right?
Maybe in 2027 or 2028 I'll get to visit. They're making it very complicated to be able to visit this park early on. I will wait till that's over and then I'll go.